One of my favorite literary quotes is from J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings, and it comes from the bit when the hobbit Sam is walking through the dark places of Mordor. He's with Frodo and they haven't quite finished their quest, and he's caught in this place of violence and darkness, and he's at a point of real despair. And in that moment, he looks up at the stars, and he looks up into the sky and sees a star, a single star. And Tolkien describes it as in that moment, Sam had this knowledge that the darkness was a small and passing thing, that there was a light and high beauty, in Tolkien's words, forever beyond its reach. And those words were instrumental in saving my faith when I was a teenager, newly diagnosed with mental illness, questioning everything, wrestling with God over goodness and evil, and questioning whether he could be good. And in that moment, those words helped me, like Sam, to look beyond the closed horizons of my suffering, to look beyond kind of the closed room of my doubt. But those words have haunted me in the best possible way for the past 20 years, because as I've studied doctrine and as I've studied, spent all these years wrestling with theology and also working as a writer, I think I'm more and more convinced that this idea of looking up to see the light and the high beauty of Christ is what the church needs to offer the world. And I think so often we think about evangelization or apologetics in terms of lists of things that need to be known, lists of doctrines that we need to state. But I think that we need to offer is this greater vision, this restorative way of seeing how everything is changed in the light of Christ, that this light and high beauty actually came into our darkness to change everything. And that is the work that I've been trying to do in writing for the past 20 years. It's a vision that I think can only be communicated accurately and fully if you engage the arts with doctrine. And this is why I'm so excited to know that the New Renaissance Project is starting here at Wycliffe Hall. I was here as a student myself, and one of the things I loved was that even as I was being formed doctrinally, as I was immersing myself in academics and beginning to really delve into the deepest aspects of my faith, I was being nurtured creatively as well. I feel like I tasted the beginnings of the New Renaissance Project as a student. On the one hand, I would study these great doctrines of atonement and incarnation. But even at the same time, I was being encouraged as a creative writer. I was being encouraged to bring literature into my papers. I was bringing both the arts and and doctrine to really bring the fullness of the gospel into my life and into my work and into my art. And I think that this is the goodness and the beauty that is on offer in this new project. And it's the beauty I look so forward to seeing Wycliffe offer to the world.